Alright, I'm going to try to do this post while showing some of the beauty that's around me because it really is so gorgeous. Here's my little dog, and I hope this comes out. The sun is setting, so it might do weird things for the camera, but we'll give her a try. There's the award-winning sunset. Anyway, the things that I'd like to talk about right now, there's a couple of main things. The Restore America plan seems to be alive and well. In fact, Tim Turner has been installed as president, according to them, which is, I guess, exciting news if it's true. Seems to me that this has to be better than what we have, though I don't know much about the group, so, you know, who knows? It seems exciting to hear at the moment that there has been a change, according to them. I'm going to give you several links. One is to someone that I've linked before, ThankYouWhightKnights. He posts a lot about the Restore America plan and where they currently are, and he seems like a pretty neat guy. He's over in the UK. And according to Restore America, there are now 80 countries who are on board with this plan, who want to see us restored to where we were also. All right, I'll quit fiddling with the camera and just try to get the pretty sunset. So that's neat. SmokinJoeTrainer also did a video about this prior to me hearing about Tim Turner being installed as president, and he has an email that he reads about it. I also attached a really great video that Montagraph did on the subject. I'm going to take a break here because I have to get my glass of wine, so I'll be right back. Okay, so anyway, it seems that the military is on board with the Restore America plan, those that are high up, and there was evidently an attempt on Turner's life, which they thwarted. So who knows? There are those who say that this is just PSYOP, and the other side of the coin yet again. Who knows? I'm not going to pretend to know, because I do not, but it does sound kind of exciting to me to think of the possibilities. It seems now that going back is a better way of going forward to me than what we have right now. Anyway, we'll wait and see. Evidently the next few days we are supposed to hear a press release from Turner, an official press release, so we'll see. The only way I'll probably hear about it is through YouTube, so I hope somebody posts it. Anyway, no post of mine could be complete without the doom and gloom of what's happening to our Earth. It seems the emergency and disaster website that I often reference is going to be my source again, and as usual, all the links are provided below. There has been record heat and record cold. The record heat has been in most of Europe and Russia. It seems that everybody is being affected, and there have been quite a number of deaths in Belgium and Russia associated, they believe, to the heat, partly due to drowning accidents, in particular people drinking and swimming in rivers and what have you. But in Belgium it seems that that has not been the case. It's been more, you know, they're not even sure that it's the heat, but there's been 520 deaths or something like that. Oh, here comes a powerboat or a skidoo or something. Oh no, it's an airplane. You probably hear that. It's a little airplane going overhead. Anyway, so you have the record heat across Europe, and in addition to the deaths, it has destroyed a lot of their crops in Russia. I think there's 23 regions that have declared emergencies. They've only harvested about 47% of the grain that they normally would. So again, yet another peg in our food source that is being affected. There's also crop damage, I believe, in Germany associated with this heat wave, and probably in all of the areas that our food producers are experiencing crop loss. In addition to the heat in Russia, they have, in some areas, the worst drought they've had in 130 years. So it's pretty bad. Add that to the flooding that happened in Hungary and so on and so forth. And again, our store-up food people, because I really, really think you're going to need it. And if you don't, somebody else will. Alright, so anyway, also there is record cold in South America, which surprised me because being the ignorant person that I am, I always think of South America as being warm. I do realize they have mountains and mountainous regions, and maybe their season now is different than ours. I really don't know. But Uruguay, Argentina, and Peru are all experiencing cold waves right now and have a number of deaths associated with the cold waves. So it's, you know, our usual dicey world. There were a couple of 5-point-something earthquakes, not in Australia, but around that region, I noticed. And so our usual earth events are happening. I also don't think I ever pointed out, it's kind of interesting if you look at that website, that the world has, the Earth has, I think, 15 big, huge volcanoes that may or may not be active at the moment, super volcanoes or whatever. And of that 15, 5 of them are in the U.S. That's kind of surprised me also. So a third of the mega volcanoes are right here in the U.S. And it seems, if you look at the website, it has one of the, under the maps, it has different categories, and one of them is volcanoes. And a number of these super volcanoes have had activity lately. I don't mean like they're spewing necessarily, but they've had events here in the U.S. also. But they don't give as much information on that as they do on other things, so it's still kind of a bit of a mystery to me. But anyway, the saga continues. So I'm just going to try to hone in on some of the loveliness for you. It's all a little silhouetted right now because of the sun setting. But you can see it's quite pretty. Well, take good care, folks. Bye now. I just had to do a little more. Might as well run out the 10 minutes. So pretty. I wish you could see it the way I do. It shows as a glare on the video, but it's a bright orange ball sinking into the water.